there's a little over $900 trillion worth of stuff us humans own today. That's money, sovereign debt, equities, real estate, precious metals, collectibles, art, Bitcoin, et cetera, et cetera. About half of that, Natalie, we've monetized. We use as a savings account. Yep. So I would say the dollar will increasingly not be used for that. I don't think sovereign debt will either. I think we'll continue to see a rotation into money that carries the properties that the market demands, which is fixed supply, some scarcity element, divisibility, transportability, and ability to sovereignly hold it on your own. I think Bitcoin is going to be the best competitor to go after that market. Can the dollar remain the world reserve currency? Sure. Right? Like, listen, if the United States buys enough gold and Bitcoin, can Trump one day come out and say, we've devalued the debt enough, we own enough Bitcoin, all your dollars are backed by Bitcoin, consider problem solved? Yeah, of course. If they come out, devalue the debt enough and build a Bitcoin position that's $50 trillion over the next 10 years, problem solved. All your dollars are backed by Bitcoin. So that keeps the dollars the world reserve currency because your hot dog on the corner is priced in dollars. But the reality is the capital, that the value that humans are creating, saving, and then later exchanging is actually persisted in an instrument that isn't the dollar. There's just, that's the world I think we're very rapidly heading towards.
And this is exactly the take. The Bitcoin bros have been telling you that Bitcoin's going to back the dollar one day, and this could be how and when it plays out. Now, will this happen overnight? No. Could it happen over the next 10 years, over the next decade? Yes. But there has to be a strategic reserve position in order for this to be positioned into Bitcoin. And getting straight into it, taking a look at the Bitcoin price at current time of this recording, we are right below 102.9K. So almost 103,000. And just a reminder, tomorrow Bitcoin Bros will be going live. We'll be doing our weekly podcast. We start on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and also hit the bell notification so you get notified when we start that podcast. But what do we see at the price action? We see that we could be seeing this huge inverse head and shoulders pattern that's playing out. And we broke through this, came back and back tested. This is textbook, guys. So where is the technical target at? We pull from the bottom up to the neckline, and then we pull this over to the breakout point, which is right here. Where is this taking us up to? $130,000 Bitcoin. That's the target. Will this be the high? This potentially could be. There's higher price targets that we'll hear from in this video, so make sure you watch to the end. There's a lot of things that are going on. There is major, massive news. Check this out from Brian Armstrong.
It's big news for you guys on the S&P 500. Is that going to change your outlook at all or the impact that Coinbase has?
Well, we're very happy to be included in the S&P 500. It now means that crypto is here to stay. It's going to be a part of everybody's 401k. It's a testament to the hard work of our employees and our investors. And it's a big appreciation to our customers, too, that helped us get to be one of the most trusted companies in America. And so we couldn't be happier.
You heard it here. Coinbase is getting listed to the S&P. So whether people are invested in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or not, they are going to get indirect exposure with this listing to the S&P. There's speculation that MicroStrategy will be next. Look at this right here on this news. We have a huge weekly engulfing candle right here. We came all the way from 200 up to current time it's recording 263. Definitely bullish news for Coinbase. We can get a continuation to the upside. The levels to pay attention to for new all-time highs is 340, and it looks like right now we're breaking through this downwards resistance. We want to hold this. Let's get this weekly candle closed and make sure this has a continuation. Could we have a pullback or cool off down to 235 to 240 range? Possibly, maybe next week before we have this continuation to the upside. Just be patient. There's a lot of things that are going on. Dennis Porter is saying he can confirm that at least 15 states will introduce strategic Bitcoin legislation, maybe 16. As a reminder, 3 months ago, this number was 0. He said this back in January. So let's fast forward till today. 15 states introduced these bills back in January. People didn't believe him. We just interviewed Dennis, friend of the channel. Shout out to Dennis. And he was spot on. They said he was just engagement farming. And no, he was telling the truth. 25 states ended up introducing the SBR, and now 2 are passing the law. So look how fast things change. That's less than 5 months ago, guys. So what do the next 5 months bring? There's a lot going on in this space. You have to pay attention and keep up. And you might not be that bullish. According to Anthony Scaramucci, let's hear what he has to say.
Just a couple of things why we may not actually be bullish enough. Number one, proliferation of capital into the public markets for things related to Bitcoin and other assets. Kraken is going public would be an example, but other companies are going public. American BTC spinning out of Hut 8 as an example.
Yep.
So there's a lot more capital in the space, which means it's going to eventually flow into things like Bitcoin and a Solana. Number two, copycats that are out there of strategy, formerly known as MicroStrategy. There's a proliferation of those. You have the selling cycle. John, how long have you been on Wall Street?
Since 1984.
Okay. All right. So I've been, just like you, I'm 89. So there's a combined 70 years here. We're both lying about our age. Don't look us up on Wikipedia. But what I'm getting to is we both know that Wall Street is a selling machine. And BlackRock has just turned on the dial of thousands of consultants going out there. And so you saw on April, after quote unquote Liberation Day, Bitcoin sort of was not super correlated to the Mag 7 and others. So I'm just wondering, proliferation of capital, copycats, introduction of wider regulation, Wall Street selling machine for these ETFs and other products, we may not be bullish enough.
Anthony Scaramucci saying you might not be bullish enough. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot of rapid change in this space, and he might be 100% right. He mentioned MicroStrategy and MicroStrategy copycats. We'll look at MicroStrategy. The current time it's recording at market close, MicroStrategy was at 416. And if we zoom in, we can see we've been playing this out. We've had leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, this fourth leg pullback. So right now we're just gearing up to get back up towards previous all-time highs. The candle that we want to get above on the weekly is 441. So once we get back above that candle and get a close above that, it's going to be off to the races. Could we come back up and back test this? Yes, but then it will be blue skies. We'll be talking about some MicroStrategy copycats, as Scaramucci calls it, in our live stream tomorrow, so make sure you check it out. And right here, something to pay attention to, gold's trading at 31.55 from all the way wicking up to its previous all-time high, 3,500. So it looks like gold's having a cool off, potentially a retracement in the making. Well, it's still putting in higher highs and higher lows, so this could just be a brief cool up before it has a continuation pattern. If you drew a line here, this looks like it could be getting ready to be over exhausted before we get a continuation potentially. But if this plays out, Bitcoin has some type of similar structure here that, you know, if we do follow what gold did, you see gold came all the way back down to where it was April 9th from this pullback here. So if Bitcoin did that, April 9th, Bitcoin was all the way back down to here. So would we get this pullback all the way back down to 80,000? Is gold the leading indicator, or is Bitcoin just gearing up to see another rally to the upside? You have to be patient and see what's going on. While we're seeing the bullish liquidity super regimes occur every couple years like clockwork, so when we get these expansions after these contractions and we expand, this is when you want to be in the market. This is when the contraction happens or the bear markets, and then here's where you want to be ported into the markets. And look what just happened. We're breaking out, having this back test from this consolidation. So what does the next 3 to 5 years look like? An expansion phase. We hope you're ready. And we'll leave you with this. Matt Hogan, the CIO of Bitwise Invest, co-founder, future-proof, he's weighing in on where he sees Bitcoin going for the years out. You don't want to miss this clip.
Our prediction is that Bitcoin's going to get over $200,000 by the end of the year. What's happening right now is you have a huge amount of good news in Bitcoin. You have a U.S. strategic reserve where the government now owns Bitcoin. You have improvements on the regulatory front. You have institutional adoption. You may be wondering, why aren't prices higher? The reason is we've had a bunch of economic uncertainty that's caused not just Bitcoin, but all risky assets to fall. Stocks are down substantially. So the market has dipped, But I think over time, as that economic volatility subsides, you're going to see all that good news catch up to Bitcoin, and it's going to propel it to new all-time highs and indeed above $200,000 for the year.